you when the vowels were being handed out? Behind the door?
You are allowed 3 questions.
Right. Is there something strange at large in the kingdom?
You mean stranger than usual?
Get on with it, my feet are freezing.
And no lying.
No, there is nothing strange.
Is there something in the kingdom that wasn't there before? What the disc's going on? And no mucking about trying to wriggle out of it, otherwise I'll boil you.
Oh, I protest at this treatment.
Yes, well, we haven't got time to bandy legs with you all night. Word games may be all right for wizards. We've got other fish to fry.
Or boil.
Look, we're not supposed to volunteer information just like that. You know, there are rules.
There's some old oil in the can on the shelf, Magrat.
Look, if I simply tell you...
Yes?
Well, you won't let on, will you?
Not a word.
Lips are sealed.
Oh, there's nothing new in the kingdom, but the land has woken up.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's unhappy. It wants a king that cares for it.
You don't mean people, do you? No, I didn't think so. Saw the mind of a whole country.
Can I go now?
Oh, yes. Run along.
I say, you wouldn't mind banishing me, would you?
What?
Only I'd feel better for being properly banished. Run along lacks that certain something.
Oh, that gives you pleasure. Magrat,
Yeah,
do the honours, will you?
certainly. Right, Begone, foul fiend, unto the blackest pit from whence ye came. Run along.
Apple. Apple. 3 years old and still you haven't said a word. Those witches. I wondered... Well, you seem bright enough. You know what things are. You do what you're told. I just wish you'd speak.
A good memory is what he ought to have. He'll always remember the words.
They say this fruit be like unto the world so sweet, or like, say I, the heart of man, so red without and yet within unclued.
He's talking!
The worm,
The boy!
the flaw,
Well,
however
he's
close
quoting!
the wound, the bite
You've got to come.
many a man
What
be
ails you?
rotten.
Your son, Tom John, has declaimed his first word.
Who's a clever boy, then?
Countries? Well, they ain't even alive, for goodness sake. Of course, it'd be a mind made up of all the other little minds inside it. Plant minds, bird minds, bear minds, even the great slow minds of the trees themselves. Well... I don't know what this spell is, but I'll tell you this for nothing. When it wears off, some of you little beggars had better get moving. Look, it's no good you coming to me. He's the new lord. This is his kingdom. I can't go meddling. It's not right to go meddling. Yes. Well, so he killed the old king. Well, that's nature's way, isn't it? You lot know all about this survival of the what's name.
Greetings from Duke Felmet.
Anyway, the old king wasn't much of a friend to you, was he, all that hunting and such?
Gods, I hate this kingdom.
All right, so it's selfish. Well, that's what being a witch is all about. Good day to you.
What was it he said? Won't anyone be able to see me?
Oh, yes, the psychically inclined. And cats, of course.
Only one type of person would keep a cat like you. A witch. And if a witch isn't psychically inclined, then I'm a puff of wind. If I could get a witch into the castle... Here, pussy, 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 pussy. Cat. Come on, puss. Yes. A witch would certainly come looking for a cat, wouldn't she? Yeah, puss, 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 puss. There's plenty of mice and things in here, do you see? And the rain blows in through the broken window, and there's all these tapestries to sleep on. Sorry about that.
I suppose somewhere on the disc there must be someone more miserable than me. I didn't ask to be a fool. Wouldn't have mattered if I had.
You will learn, my lad, in the years to come, that there is nothing more serious than jesting. The Fool's Guild will knock some nonsense into you.
Yes, Grandad.
It runs in the family, you know. I won the honorary cap and bells of the Grand Prix des Idiots Blithering 4 years in a row, and your father was credited with 7 official new jokes.
Yes, Grandad.
This, the lad? Indeed, your absurdity.
Well, what have you got to say for yourself? Marry, sire, prithee. What do you get if you cross a duck and a robin? A Christmas quacker?
I'm sorry, your absurdity.
You will never, never ever utter a joke that has not been approved by the Guild. Who are you to decide what is amusing? You have much to learn. The 383 Guild-approved jokes in the Monster Book of Fun and the glossary, which is much, much longer. Come, boy. We'll make a fool of you yet.
There were these 3 fellows in ye mended drum.
Here's woolly fellwort and treacle wormseed, which is for inflammation of the ears. La 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 la. And 5-leaf false mandrake, sovereign against fluxes of the bladder. Ugh. Hello? Oops! Don't.
Get off!
Oh, bugger.
Grebo hasn't been home for 2 days. I can't find him anywhere. It's not like him.
Of course it's like him. He's a fat, cunning, evil-smelling, multiple rapist. Anyway, cats can look after themselves. Countries can't. I have intelligence to report. Light the fire, Magrat.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't seem to be her normal self.
No. Could be an improvement.
Something on your mind, Esme?
The kingdom is worried.
Oh, yes. All this taxing and killing folk. Felmet hates the kingdom.
I didn't mean the people. I meant the kingdom.
It wants a better king. Is that it?
No, that is, yes. Look, it doesn't have the same kind of likes and dislikes as people, right?
Well, it wouldn't, would it?
But it expects the king to care for it. Felmet just wants the power. He hates the kingdom.
What are we going to do about it?
Nothing. You know we can't meddle.
You saved that baby.
That's not meddling.
Have it your way, but maybe one day he'll return. Destiny, you know. And you said we should hide the crown. It'll all come back, you mark my words.
Compliments of Duke Felmet! It's in lieu of taxes!
Hurry up with that tea, Magrat.
You know the fool who lives up at the castle?
Little man with runny eyes.
Not that little. What's his name? Do you happen to know?
He's just called fool. No job for a man, that. Running around with bells on.
His mother was a beldam from over Black Glass way. Bit of a beauty when she was younger. Oh, broke many a heart, she did. Bit of a scandal there, I did hear.
Why do you want to know, Magrat?
Oh, one of the girls in the village was asking me.
It's a steady job. I'll give you that.
You're a pair of silly old women, and I'm going home.
Well,
You haven't been putting ideas in her head, have you?
what do you mean?
You know what I mean.
Just like when you were a girl. Stuck up you were.
At least I spent most of the time upright. You were the talk of the whole village.
And you were too. Called you the Ice Maiden.
I wouldn't sully my lips with saying what they called you.
Oh, yes. Well, let me tell you, my good woman.
Don't you dare talk to me in that tone of voice. I'm not anyone's good woman.
Right.
I should have known better than to listen to Magrat. This coven business is ridiculous. Attracts entirely the wrong sort of people.
I'm really glad we had this little talk. Cleared the air.
Anyway, I really don't have time for all this. I have far more important things to do.
And me.
Good night, you.
And you.
Love spells. Ah! First, I've got to find out your name. Hey, who'd have thought it? Gather ye ferns in a silk handkerchief at the first light of dawn.
Morning, Mum.
Morning, Arshawn.
What you doing up here, Mum? If the Duke's...
I've come for Grebo.
Grebo? What? He ain't up here, Mum.
Oh, yes, he is. Smell that?
Oh, witch! And she's coming to get me!
Somehow, when you read these spells, you always think of a bright sunny morning in spring.
Is that you, Miss Magrat? It's Mum.
What's happened to her?
She came to the castle to look for Grebo and the Duke's locked her up. Said she was coming to poison him. And I can't get down to the dungeons to see her because there's all new guards. And they say she's been put in chains and that means something horrible's going to happen.
Where are you going?
Fetch our Jason and our Wayne and our Darren and our...
Wait a moment.
Oh, Miss Magrat, suppose they try and torture her. You know what she's like when she loses her temper. We'll never hear the last of it, miss.
Look, just shut up a minute, will you, Sean?
When our Jason finds out, he's going to give the Duke a real seeing to, miss.
Don't tell him yet. There could be another way.
I'll go and find Granny Weatherwax, shall I, miss? She'll know what to do. She's a witch. She'll... Whoops. I didn't mean that you... Well,
If you happen to see Granny Weatherwax, you can tell her that I will sort it all out. Now go away before I turn you into a frog. You look like one anyway.
Quite comfortable, are we?
Apart from these stocks, you mean?
I am impervious to your foul blandishments. I scorn your devious wiles. You are to be tortured, I'll have you know.
And then you will be burned.
Oh, goody.
Oh, goody!
Well, it's freezing down here. What's that big wardrobe thing with spikes?
Aha! Now you realize, eh? That, my dear lady, is an Iron Maiden. It's the latest thing.
Can I have a go in it?
What?
This gives you pleasure. But soon you will laugh on the other side of your face.
It's only got this side.
We shall see.
And you need not think any others of your people will come to your aid. We alone hold the keys to this dungeon. You will be an example to all those who have been spreading malicious rumors about me. Do not protest your innocence. I hear the voices all the time. Lying. Lying.
Enough.
The faces.
Come, Leonel.
The wicked lies.
We will let her reflect upon her fate for a while.
I wasn't there, and anyway he fell. My porridge, all salty.
You've been a good boy.
yes,
Was there something else?
it's not true what everyone's been saying about our mam, is it, She doesn't go round putting evil curses on folk.
Well, your mam does upset people sometimes.
Yes, but they've been saying terrible things about you too, saving your presents,
What things?
Don't know what you say,
What things?
A lot of things that aren't true. Like, Overence was a bad king and you helped him on the throne and you caused that bad winter the other year and old Norbert's cow didn't give no milk after you looked at it and... lot of lies,
Right.
Well,
Who's old Norbert?
All right. I can see you. Here. I know you. You're dead.
I prefer the term passed over.
You haven't seen a cat around here, have you?
Yes. He's in a room upstairs, asleep.
Oh, that's all right then. I was beginning to worry.
I fear, madam, that I may be responsible for your present predicament. I wished to attract a witch.
I suppose you're no good at locks.
I fear they would be beyond my feeble capabilities, as yet. But surely to a witch, all this is so much...
Solid iron. You may be able to walk through it, but I can't.
Yes, a good sharp bread knife. That's probably the best friend a woman could have.
I spy with my little eyes something beginning with, ha.
Pliers.
Nope.
Piddywinks.
That's a pretty name. What is it?
It's a kind of thumbscrew. Look.
No, it's not that.
Smouldering boot of punishment?
You're a bit too good with the names of these things. You sure you didn't use them when you were alive?
Absolutely, Nanny.
Boys that tell lies go to a bad place.
Lady Felmit had most of them installed herself. It's the truth.
Right then. It was pinchers.
Yeah, but pinchers is another name for pliers.
It's gone too far.
There's a witch in the dungeons, and foul tortures, they say.
Nonsense. I expect she's just gone to advise the king or something. I suggest you all return home. There has probably been a misunderstanding. Everyone knows that a witch cannot be held against her will. I am a harmless old seller of apples. Pray let me pass, dearie.
No one must enter the castle. Orders of the Duke.
I know you, Champot Polly. Don't worry about it. Have an apple.
So, that's witch's magic, is it? Maybe it frightens these country idiots, woman, but it doesn't frighten me.
You must be one of these here newfangled mercenaries the Duke's brung in. I imagine it takes a lot to frighten a big, strong lad like you.
Old ladies like you, twisting people around. It shouldn't be stood for.
Just as you like.
Listen, I said... Oh!
We shall begin with the showing of the implements.
Seen 'em? Leastways, all the ones beginning with per, sir, it, and were.
Then let us see how long you can keep that light conversational tone. Light the brazier, Felmet.
Light the brazier, fool.
I don't like doing this, you know.
Fine. I'll remember that you didn't like it.
What's that?
Nothing. Is this going to take long? Only I haven't had me breakfast yet.
Hurry up, man.
Doesn't seem to want to light.
Infirm of purpose! Ow! And weak! Give me the box. Go outside and see that we are not disturbed.
What?
I said I've come to sell my lovely apples. Don't you listen?
You're not a witch, are you?
Of course not. Do I look like one?